Welcome back, everybody. My name is Samuel Francis, and once again, you're watching His Word, My Life. There are many motivational videos out there, and one thing I believe many of them have in common is that they overemphasize our role in our growth, progress, and success. One of the reasons why I started making these videos is because I want to provide a healthy balance, recognizing our role, but also exalting God's role in our growth, in our progress, and our success. There are many goals that can be reached, but I believe the best goals are reached with God's help. So thanks for watching. Let's take a look at His Word and see what it says for your life and my life today. I love it when the devil thinks he's about to win, but then God steps in and turns what seems to be an impossible situation into a victory. In other words, I love it when God takes our prayer requests and turns them into praise reports. The early Christian church was greatly persecuted. King Herod had just killed James, the brother of John, and Peter was next. He was already in prison, and his execution date was fast approaching. When the church found out, they began to pray without ceasing. And the very night before Peter's execution, God set him free. And it's not that fact that strikes me the most in this story. It's the response of those that were praying. When God sent his angel to deliver Peter from prison, the angel woke Peter up, led him outside of the jail cell, past the many guards that were set to make sure that Peter wouldn't escape. And let me tell you, when God has a plan, there's nothing that can stop it. So the angel leads Peter into the street. When Peter recognizes where he is, he decides to go to the house of his brethren, where he knows they're praying. Now, this is early in the morning, like maybe 2 or 3 o'clock. He knocks on the door. Somebody from the group goes to answer the door. And when they hear Peter's voice, they're so excited that it's Peter, they forget to open up the door. They go back to the group that's praying, and they say, guys, Peter is at the door. But you know what they said? They said, you crazy. They said, you're mad. You're losing it. Come back in here before we start praying for you. They didn't believe it. But verse 15 says that she constantly affirmed that it was Peter. She constantly told them, guys, it's Peter. I'm telling you it's Peter. They said, nope. If anything, it's his angel. And all the while, Peter's outside knocking at the door. So when they hear the knocking, they're like, all right, let's at least go check. They go and check. They realize that it's Peter. And they're surprised. They're astonished. They can hardly believe their eyes. And they're starting to make a commotion. But what strikes me, as I said before, is their response. They were so busy praying, they were not expecting an answer to their prayer. What I'm hearing from His Word today is that God hears our prayers. Not only does He hear them, but He answers them as well. He may not answer them exactly the way we ask. He may not respond exactly when we want. But if there's one thing I know, is that God hears and God answers our prayers. Some of us may find ourselves like the believers in Acts chapter 12. They were praying so much that when the answer to their prayer came knocking at their door, they were not ready to receive it or believe it. I believe that the answer to your prayer is on its way. I believe that the answer to your prayer is soon to be knocking on your doors. Will you be ready to receive it? Will you be ready to believe that God has finally answered your prayer? My friend, if you want your prayer request to be changed into a praise report, it's time to keep on praying, to stop hoping, and to start expecting. Yes, don't hope that God will hear you or hope that God will answer you. Expect Him to hear you and expect Him to answer you, because He will. So what are you praying for? It could be a situation at home. It might be a situation at work or at school or maybe in your church. You could be praying for a situation in your personal life. Regardless of what you're praying for, I made this video to encourage you that there's a God in heaven who hears you, and there's a God in heaven who will answer your prayer in His way, in His time. So keep on praying. Stop hoping and start expecting. John 14:14 says, if you ask anything in my name, I will do it. Today, I choose to stop hoping, to start expecting God to answer my prayers. That's all for today's video. And I thank you for watching. And if you know somebody that needs a word of encouragement, you know somebody that you want to encourage to continue to pray, I invite you to share this video with them and to share it with everybody you know. God bless you. And we'll see you next time on His Word, My Life.